I want to talk about steps or ways that you can set your boundaries. I will be talking much more about assertiveness, because assertiveness is one of the skills that you need to develop in order to set boundaries with the people around you, but also set boundaries with yourself. There are some of us who are overtaken by feelings, urges, and we are overtaken by things that are going on within ourselves, and we tend to do the things we wouldn't do otherwise, and we find ourselves regretting or making really bad decisions because we did not set boundaries on ourselves. So what is assertiveness? It is the ability to express your thoughts, emotions, and feelings without disrespecting others. Assertiveness is also a statement that I know my rights and I respect my rights, and I have a right to express what I believe is my right. Number one, in order for you to be assertive, you've got to identify what are your rights and what are the rights of others. So the ability to be free and have the permission to express how you feel and express it in a way that respects others and in a way that sends the right message or the correct message or the appropriate message you need to send. Assertiveness in essence is the combination of the aggression and the passivity, so that you can be able to express the message that you need. So you need some passivity so that you are empathetic and compassionate towards the other person, but you also need the aggression, which gives you the confidence to be able to express what you need to express. So in order for you to express assertively, number one, you've got to understand what you are feeling. You've got to be in touch or be aware of what you are feeling. Number two, you need to be able to manage your feelings. So if you are feeling anger, then you need to ask yourself, what am I angry about? Own it. When you tell another person that you make me so angry, when we tell other people that if you had not made me angry, I wouldn't have done that, then what we are saying is that we are giving them permission to own our feelings. We are saying, I don't have any control over myself. So I only did what I did because you did such and such. That is what we call assigning blame to other people. You are not taking responsibility for your own actions, for your own emotions, and for your own thought process. Own your own emotions and thoughts, and then regulate them. Now, this regulation is going to lead you to what we call being empathetic to the other person. If I yell at them, if I throw this cup at them, if I do hit them, how will they feel? What will that communicate to them? And is that what I want to communicate to them? If I call them names, if I walk away from them in protest, if I give them silent treatment for 2-3 days, what am I communicating and how are they experiencing me? So in order for you to be assertive, you've got to have a high level of emotional intelligence. And in other videos, I have already talked about what emotional intelligence is. So when we are talking about being assertive, is that we are not only understanding our own emotions, our own thoughts, and owning them and regulating them, but we are also understanding and thinking about and being cognizant of the other person's feelings and how they will experience us once we express ourselves. So number two, after you have done that, number two, talk openly and honestly. Say what you are feeling. I usually say if you are more of the passive aggressive person, you can come out and say, I am afraid to talk to you about 1, 2, 3 because in the past I have experienced this from you when I have been assertive. So right there, what you have done, you have created a foundation for you guys to have a conversation. You have removed the barrier of fear. You have expressed what you feel openly by saying, I feel I feel anxious and I feel afraid of expressing myself honestly to you, because in the past when I have done that, this and this is what you have done. So once you start with that, then you can be able, because even there you are also setting a boundary, an emotional boundary, that you are saying, you are telling your other person that when I speak honestly to you, you normally cross a boundary, my emotional boundary, and you make me feel, or I feel 1, 2, 3 about the way that you respond to me. Listening to understand is the other aspect of assertiveness. As you are asserting yourself, also learn to listen to the other person. What are they saying? Learn to listen to understand, so that you can be able to show empathy. If you are listening to respond, you're not going to be able to hear the other person, understand them, and even see where they are coming from, because you are more focused on what you need to say to them. So you are not being respectful, and that is not assertiveness. That's aggression, because now I'm saying, forget what you said. Listen to what I am saying. So it's important for you to listen to understand, and before you give your opinion and what you're thinking, then think about, what if you told them, I have heard you say 1, 2, 3, 4, and I hear you and I can see where you are coming from. You have just validated, because in the communication process, whenever you are having a conflict, the validation of what you are hearing from the other person is so key and so important in you guys being able to have an effective communication process. Set boundaries in a positive way. How? This way. Instead of saying what you are lacking, say what you benefit. By focusing more on the positive, you will get better results than when you are going on the negative. So you are saying the same thing, except you are saying it in a more positive way. And every human being needs affirmation and validation. And so when we speak in positive ways, we are able to get people's attention than when we speak in negative ways. Then the other thing that is important, admit your mistakes. Even as you are being assertive, it is okay for you to apologize for what you have done wrong, so that the other person can be able to speak, to hear you, and be able to feel safe as you have this particular interaction. And then sharing responsibility. A lot of us who have poor boundaries is because we do not share responsibility. We take responsibility for what other people have done. Let's say, for instance, you are in a relationship where your partner tends to use narcissistic ways of dealing with conflict. So when you come and you bring a complaint, they turn it around to that it is your fault. If you had not done 1, 2, 3, 4, then this would not have happened. When you accept that, and then you begin to admit I'm sorry, so that you can bring back the balance, then you are not setting boundaries. You need to be able to share responsibility and be able to say, I hear what you're saying, but I still hold on that you did 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your fault. And my fault, I see it, is over here. If you're going to set boundaries, they need to be clear, they need to be precise, and they also need to be consistent. Every day you wake up, you set the boundary again and again until people learn to be able to change the pattern. If you give up, then the pattern will go back to what it used to be. Finally, there is something we call the I statement. The I statement is where we summarize that assertiveness means I own my emotions, and I tell you exactly what it is that you did that caused me to feel violated. And number 3, I state to you what my desire and my what I desire from you, or what I need from you. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Leave us a comment call us on the number on the screen. Go to my website www.gracekaraoke.co.ke for more information, and I will be very, very happy to walk with you whatever your situation is. Until I see you next time, live by design, and God bless you.